Today's episode is brought to you by our good friend and sponsor Brian Miller over at United Real Estate Chicago, the only realtor Mike and I trust when buying or selling a home. Links are in the description below.
Are you thinking about buying or selling a home? Or maybe you just have questions about the real estate market? Hi, I'm Brian Miller, and I'm a licensed real estate professional serving the Chicagoland area. People know to call me when they need a problem solved. Through research, troubleshooting, and asking the right questions, there isn't an issue that we can't overcome together. If you're buying, I'll help you find the home that fits your wants and needs. If you're ready to sell, my goal is to get your home in front of the masses and do everything it takes to net you the most money. Since entering the industry in 2014, I've experienced navigating various types of markets, as well as assisting clients with short sales, probates, and selling homes that have been sitting on the market. In other words, if you want to work with an award-winning real estate agent, make the process as easy and stress-free as possible, you've come to the right place. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm Brian Miller, and I can't wait to connect with you.
Hey, welcome to IMO, in my opinion, with J&M. Jonathan, how you doing, sir?
Hey, is my microphone on?
Yes,
All
look
right,
at that.
look
I've
at
learned
that.
something new,
Wow.
turning on a microphone.
Bro, I'm exhausted. Like, I can't do this to myself anymore.
What,
Them
do a
fucking
podcast once a
calorie
week?
bombs.
What?
Bro, like,
Calorie
I mean,
bomb.
I took the day off of work, right?
Fucking lazy.
And I'm not allowed to take a day off of work?
No,
What the
absolutely
hell?
not. Go ahead, continue. Took
Yeah,
a day
I
off.
goes
I'm
to
going
the
to take that
gym.
note here. Took a day off.
Right, went to gym.
Went to gym.
And then right after, ate a Big Mac,
He
a
did. Wait,
fries.
hold on. You did an activity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Activity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why'd you take the day off of work?
I don't know. Fuck work, man.
When is this gonna air?
It's gonna be a little while. It's gonna be
Make sure his boss doesn't know.
Yeah,
He had no.
there'll
What
be
was
a gap.
what was the reason you said you took the day off?
There's gonna be a gap. There's gonna be a gap.
They know I don't care.
There's gonna be a gap. You'll be all right. You'll be safe.
Come on, man.
So we have a guest today, an actor. He's been on a bunch of stuff. Recently on Power. He was on Chicago PD, Chicago Med, countless other projects. I'll let him introduce himself.
You was doing a great job. Look, actually today I was talking to my sister. Called me and said, "Why didn't you tell me you had this movie on Amazon?" And I said, "What movie?" I said, "I didn't know." I was like,
I forgot.
Yeah, it's not that I forgot. I was like, I wasn't a part of the production. I was an actor. I'm the producers. They didn't tell us when they put it out. However, a lot of people may know me as Travis Capone from HBO original TV show Southside, which got canceled after 3 seasons.
Yeah.
They need to bring that back. So whoever's watching, go check it out. If you got you can make some moves, get it on your network.
Right on.
We got people in Turkey watching.
You know what I'm saying?
do,
They're
actually.
big, following.
Yeah. Let's get it out there. Also, too, like you said, Chicago PD, I died. Chicago
That's
Med.
the worst thing that happens in it.
I enjoyed it.
No, but I mean, as in the point, like, if you're a character and your character gets killed off, it's like, well, he ain't coming back for the sequel.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he's playing Jesus. I mean, he ain't come back for the sequel. You know what I'm saying?
When they told me I was dying, I smiled. I remember the first time I got beat up on something, I was like, "Are you guys gonna do the makeup?" I'm totally different. I'm all thinking of all the makeup, and I get to take pictures. Had a heart attack in Chicago Med. I was on 61st Street. I forgot about that. I was on 61st Street. Also, too, like you said, I play Raheem right now. They finally said my name on Power, so I'm Raheem on Power. And originally, I'm Edward Williams III, and my friends call me E3.
All right. So should we do Edward or should we do E3? What would you
Do
prefer?
you want to be my friend?
I would say E3 then.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. So let's dive into the acting thing, right? Because that's what you and I have in common. John's not an actor, so he'll just sit back there.
Yeah,
He'll sit back there quietly.
Oh yeah.
If you want
I like that it's
weightlifting-
balanced.
If you want weightlifting tips, then we'll go that route.
Oh,
I am. I need to
all
get my
me.
body together for Power for season 3.
There you go. He's a power lifter.
Yeah, well, I eat like shit, so you don't want any.
Okay.
Well, I
no,
heard you.
Nutritional
I heard you. Yeah, you rewarded yourself with a punishment.
Yeah.
All right. So you just told us a little while ago off camera, you didn't take formal training in acting.
No formal training.
Why not?
Well, one, we moved a lot. I originally was born in Georgia, so my birth certificate's from Georgia, but my social security card is from California. So Chicago adopted me because I've been finessing my whole life, I guess.
Okay.
No military at all. There's a lot of people. I've probably lived everywhere.
Okay.
Adapted to any culture. I think the number one word that stayed in my head as an adult now is what I was doing was always considering. You know, so I always consider what people did. You know, and when in Rome, do as the Romans.
Right.
However, that formulated this sense of ability to adapt. And that's all acting is. Acting is the ability to live truthfully in an imaginary situation.
Agreed.
So my imagination never left because I was always just excited to be around new people. And if I liked you, I would, take on what you did.
All right. That's fair
So
enough.
in essence, he didn't need.
He didn't need acting. Yeah,
He was doing it his whole life.
What's the thing? You wake up. You woke up like that. You woke up like that.
Actually, I did and didn't. So you want the actual story of my acting career? Like a lot of I tell this, but a lot of people just like But my whole life now, I'm a PK. I'm a preacher's kid.
Okay.
The late Prophet E.L. Williams.
Okay.
And the day it was my 5th birthday. My birthday is July 6th. My 5th birthday, like a week prior, my family, and I'm crazy about Power Rangers,
Oh God, we have something in common, bro.
You see what I'm
Holy shit! Did you cry when
the
Jason
white
David Frank died?
Come on, man.
Boy, I was sad
Come
as
on,
hell,
man. The green/white Ranger.
Man, boy, I got him tattooed right here, bro. I got a tattoo of Power Rangers right here on my leg, bro.
I wanted to be the purple Power Ranger because there was no.
But you wanted to be part of the team. I got you. And I met Amy Jo Johnson.
What?
I met her once.
My sister met the Black Ranger because she has sickle cell and she used to go to camp. My sister met Steve Harvey, Cedric and Jenner. My sister, she met so many people that as a kid I said, I want sickle cell. I told my mom, I said, why does she get all the good diseases? Like literally.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So majority of my life, I moved, Northwest at 9. So growing up, I did 2 things. I went to church and I went home and I watched Michael Jackson or Power Rangers, mostly Michael Jackson. So as a kid, they say, what do you want to be when you get older? I said, Michael Jackson. It's like, you want to be a singer? No. Want to be a dancer? No. Actor? No. Michael Jackson. I want to be Michael Jackson. And there's a scene. You guys remember American Dream, the movie? There's a scene.
About his life?
Yeah. There's a scene, Michael hated getting on airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
So take you back, my 5th birthday. I know nothing about surprises. They awoken me at 5. I know nothing about surprises. All I know is that I see Power Ranger birthday decoration. And I know it's the summertime. And I see red, white, and blue, so I know my birthday's coming up.
Okay.
I get elated. I mean, just, oh my God, I'm having a Power Ranger party. And they say, no, you're not. I said, what do you mean? I saw the decorations. I saw everything coming in. They said, no, it's not yours. At the time, my mom only had 3 kids. I was the 3rd kid. My sister was a baby, and I have 2 older sisters above me. And I knew at that time that their birthdays was around when we start decorating in brown and orange. Their birthdays are in November.
All right.
So I said, I know it's not their birthday, and I know my mom. And then my stepdad, my mom's been my stepdad since I was 3. And I said, I know they're not going to have a Power Ranger party for them. So they needed to explain to me what was going on.
Yeah.
And they kept going. And I'm a Cancer, I'm a Cancer. So they kept going and saying it wasn't my birthday. Now, on the other half of that, my stepfather already had 2 kids. He's been around for 2 years now. He has a son and a daughter. And I said, you guys got to tell me whose party it is, because I saw the Power Ranger stuff and I know my birthday's coming up. And they told me it was my stepsister's birthday. And at the time, I couldn't rationalize or think, or I didn't know when her birthday was. So I had to believe them. And that day I said, I'm running away.
Ooh.
So I got up the morning of my
That
birthday.
fucking backfired. That fucking
I got up the morning of my birthday and I ran away. And ironically, there's a picture of me when they caught me. My stepbrother, my stepsister caught me. I have this Power Ranger shirt on with these purple shorts. And like I'm kicking and I'm screaming. And my Aunt Michelle grabs me and she's carrying me home. So in California, the apartment buildings, their stairs are outside. It's not like down here where you walk into the building, then you go up.
Sure.
All the stairs are outside.
Yeah.
So as she's carrying me, I'm kicking and I'm screaming, and she begins to carry me and takes me up the stairs. And at that very moment, I felt like Michael Jackson getting on the airplane with Joseph holding him on his shoulder. And I had to make a conscious decision at that moment is to let the happiness pour out or hold it in, keep kicking and screaming, and enjoy the happiness for myself. And that's what I did. And I said, that's the day that made me an actor, because I felt different on the inside, but I felt like if I would lose that feeling if I don't keep kicking and screaming. So I kept kicking and screaming, and they got me upstairs, stood me in front of the door, and they opened the door and they go, surprise. And all I could hear was, it's my party, I can cry if I want. And I started back crying. They had the whole party without me. That's a whole nother story, though.
Oh, God.
That's crazy story, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy story.
But that's the feeling, and even in coaching, I tell people, when I start even begin to let someone experience what it feels like to be an actor or an actress, I tell them, mother, mostly it's your mom or dad who raised you. Pretend to be them. Have you ever pretended to be like a family member in front of your family? And for like one instant, like you felt exactly like you knew within yourself, like,
you know what? I would say, like, so my father's very, he knows my father very well. I feel like I pretend to be my father every time I do this shit, because my father had like that fucking radio voice, and he would just speak super proper and whatever. So not my parents, but I get what you're saying though. Like, I feel like I do that. I've done that as a kid. I always like to watch films and kind of reenact them for some fucking reason. I did that with Ninja Turtles back in the day in the 90s.
Come on.
One of my favorite fucking movies ever. Power Rangers was another thing.
I had all the Ninja Turtle musicals.
Dude, oh my, really?
Yes.
those
Coming out of Michelle.
Oh my God, bro. I
Who's
can't.
that?
You didn't remember those?
You don't remember the music?
Musical?
Yeah, they had a
Oh
whole
my
stage show run, the whole 9 yards.
Man.
You don't remember that?
No.
Oh my.
That's when like all the Disneys had musicals.
Yeah.
And the ball would bounce on the words.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. They had a whole
it's a whole
series of
era.
films.
They had
With,
one of
We,
those?
we need to bring that back.
Hell yeah, they had a bunch of that shit. So like when I would like reenact these films like in my living room and shit, and like I would pretend to be these people or whatever, and like even to this day, like certain characters I love. So like for example, I'm a big Gary Oldman fan.
Okay.
So
Whoever
freaking
that
when he
is.
plays in Leon the Professional, when he plays Stansfield, I think his name is in that
I
character.
think
That character,
so.
dude. I literally try to think like this man, but like with modern situations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
I'll be at work. Hopefully nobody's watching me. I look fucking crazy. And I'm just talking to myself and like, do you hear it? Do you hear it? Like the stuff like, because that's what he's like. He would hear Beethoven randomly in his ears and shit. Like shit like that. So I kind of understand what you're getting at. John,
Yeah.
do you understand?
I would love to see that on camera, though.
There's no cameras in my building, thankfully. Thankfully, there are no cameras in my building.
None that you're aware of.
No, there isn't. I've checked.
But yeah, that's that instant burst. Have you ever like just like even if you weren't trying to do it like whoa.
So like weightlifting. When you're weightlifting,
kinda
you don't
felt
feel
like-
like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I channel.
That's what that's what it is.
Schwarzenegger,
That's the
yeah.
word. It's channeling, and but I always give people like if they've never felt it, if they're unsure that they feel it. Because with acting, now it's you're creating a person. If
Right.
this person, if you're not doing some reenactment, you're creating a person. So I get it to the point where he is a person. Whoever the character is, I build that character. And then the moment I feel him, I just make that feeling stronger.
Right on. I like that. That's a man. How much your classes cost?
You said he was giving them away for free.
That was back
That
then.
was
Oh,
back then.
back then.
That was back then. That was
I
back
got
then.
you.
Look,
I
that
got
was
you.
back then.
I got you. Don't say, bro. He's live, bro. Come on, man.
Some
Then people
poor
gonna start.
guy right now is gonna be watching you on TV, and he's gonna be like, I could have got classes from that guy for free.
Man, let me tell you something. I did I booked out a whole arena, well, a church, a theater one time to get people to come. Long story to the middle, they made me shut it down because they said I didn't pay for their insurance, whatever. But they told me the day of. But like I was literally just trying to tell people like that I knew what I was doing. But I had to sit back and look in the mirror and say, bro, they don't believe you because I hadn't booked anything yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's
so when I shut it up and start booking,
now everybody believes you. Yeah, that's kind of how it always works, though. But I mean, you got to think about it. In reality, it's kind of true because when we try to hire anyone for anything, right? You're not gonna hire just anyone who says, "Hey, I do drywall,"
right?
Or "Hey, I know how to work on your car."
You have pictures?
I saw Scotty Kilmer on YouTube once. I know how to do this. It's not how that works. You gotta have some type of fucking background behind it or whatever. So you were on Southside, PD, and Power,
yes.
right? Were they all different experiences? What did you experience in each show?
Oh man, I'm still learning. Still learning. Travis Capone from Southside is a lot like me. My old, it's actually a lot like me when I'm comfortable. I'll say that. It's a lot like me. I'm very, very full of energy. PD. I booked PD. PD was like one of my early bookings, and I was so excited about PD. It was just I was a basketball player who took a knee. I think it's season 5, episode 14. It's called Anthem.
Okay.
I took a knee and I died right before I'm like the opening. So I died before it even says Chicago PD. And my mom,
oh, you're the opening.
She's like,
I got you.
She's like, that's it. And I was like, Mom, you know how many people would die to die?
That's what I tell people because people like they don't understand. Like, how long have you been in the business?
Now since 2016, I've had an agent.
Okay, so you've been a professional. Let's just say for about what is that? Was that math?
What years?
I'm not a math guy. 7 years. 7 years?
7 years.
7 years. Okay, so I started maybe 4 years ago.
Okay.
I've only been on like union jobs. I've been on 2.
Okay.
Right. I did PD and I
did. You got one more and you're gonna tap Harley.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Fucking I did PD and I did I changed the name. It was Lightyear and then it went to Night Sky.
Okay.
The Night Sky scared the shit out of me, and I'm gonna tell you why in a second.
Okay.
But everyone says the same thing. Like they say they see your part and then they'll text you like, that was it. And I'm like, what'd you expect? I just started. You wanted me to have the whole episode about me? That's not how this shit works. Like, what the fuck? How many episodes you on?
Right.
All right, rest my case then.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, you want to criticize me even if I just get an audition? Audition is a fucking win.
It's a win.
Because how many people don't get auditions?
Man, and
let alone
a
callback.
And I was teaching them that. I was like, you don't understand. Like a lot of people try to blame the agents. Look, all the agents are gonna thank me for this right now. There is a system. You have the casting director. That's not even the people who's doing the show. You got the production, and then they go talk to a casting director, and the casting directors put this blast email out of who they need.
Right.
The agents then get to pick everybody who they think fits those roles.
Correct.
And then the casting director picks who they want to see.
Correct. This is when I tell people, like some people tell me, like whenever someone tells me I have 2 agents in the same city, I'm like, I mean, how beneficial is that in reality?
It's not.
Because you're gonna get booked for the same shows, because like you just said, it's not like Chicago PD or Chicago Med pick particular agencies to work with. That's not how it works. They just throw it out to everyone, and then they start to look for whoever fits the role. So why would you have the same person? Because then your agent's gonna get mad at you because now you got to turn down one of them for the
somebody
same
not getting paid.
Right.
And who did you think was getting you the audition when you did it the time you did it?
Right. I agree. It's like it's the most pointless thing to have two agencies in the same town. Yeah. At least in my opinion. I mean, people could do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying,
agents feel the same way. It's like having 2 girlfriends.
Yeah. Who you gonna give more time to? And then who gonna get mad when you tell them no?
Who's gonna benefit?
Right. That's a good point.
When it's time to benefit.
The guy. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about acting, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's keep it that way, bro. But anyway, so
The guy.
So you're what was your first role, like all time? What was the first thing you did?
Professionally?
Let's just go back. Let's go further back.
It's further back.
Because we have all done other things, and I did student films that I'm not proud of. Things that I've never seen. Whatever.
The first thing I did was we're going to be called Chirac.
Chirac.
However,
that sounds familiar.
They changed it to This Is Not Chirac. So funny thing, that was the first. So I had did 26 stage plays by then.
Okay.
And somebody on set had said, somebody at the theater said, Edward, come to this address. Matter of fact, let me give homage. Kim Nora, my man, Kim Nora. He didn't tell me what it was for. He just said, come to this hotel this day, this time. So I said, okay. When I got there, I walked into a room and, everybody was in there. And the first person I noticed was Eric Lane from Trapped in the Closet, from the R. Kelly Trapped in the Closets.
Oh, go ahead.
That's the first and last time I've been starstruck. I didn't, and he said, and I talked to him, and then I realized I was in an audition. However, no one told me who I was auditioning for. So I have this thing that I do. It's called, a lot of people call it photographic memory. But I think
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's a fucking talent and a half.
So I grabbed all the scripts and I read every character and I memorized everybody's lines, male and female.
So you did the Will Smith thing. You ever heard what he did?
No.
He would get his fellow castmates pissed off because he was mouthing the other person's lines.
Yeah. I did hear that. Yeah. And I went in the room and they said, who are you auditioning for? I said, I don't know. I ended up turning into the code reader in the room. Like, they're like, who are you? Did somebody give you the scripts ahead of time? I said, no, I was just reading them. And so they were like, yeah, he's in, and we started filming. And then that's when Spike Lee, rumor has it, he allegedly got us shut down. We did stop for a little while. And then he started filming Chirac, the movie.
Okay.
And now they have it on the Indie Network. There's a streaming app that you can watch on Indie Network. But yeah, that was my first role.
Right on. And what was so was it a big character, small character?
Actually, they booked me for the lead.
Whoa. Okay.
And then the
first
lead,
time out?
Yeah.
Holy
yeah.
shit.
They booked me for but I didn't.
You did wake up like that.
They switched it though.
Okay.
So they switched it. They go, the guy, there's another great actor, and he's a great actor, Terry Bell. And they said the first character was like innocent, and then his co-star was like, they actually wanted to get Chief Keef for it at the time.
Okay.
So you could tell what kind of character he was. The hood, hood rapper named D Money. And they said, well, Edward, you can play either or, and Terry, he can only play, the nice proper kid, know. And so they were like, we want to switch you from the lead to the co-star. And I in my heart, I just had to say, okay, at the time, like, I don't have no training or anything, I'll take what I can get.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And I didn't want to rock the boat. Yeah, I didn't want to rock the boat. So I said, okay, still killed it, and yeah.
That's awesome, man. Like, I look at stories like that and I'm like, why couldn't I be so fucking lucky?
Was that photographic memory?
Well, that's a talent in its fucking self. Because I don't want to say I have the worst time memorizing shit.
Yeah.
But
I can help you with that.
I'm not fucking like, look, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think for me it was situational, right? So like in an audition, when I'm auditioning here, right? It's not a big fucking deal, and I would practice. But like, let's say when I booked PD, when I booked PD, the whole ride to the set and the whole night, I'm still listening to myself fucking say the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Blah 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 blah. I get there, we go over with the director, and we go through it through rehearsal, and I may have stuttered when I was in rehearsal for it, but then every time after that I had it, and I think for me it was always like that initial time doing it. This is why I hate stage.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a stage actor.
I love stage.
Man, I wish I had the courage for it. But dude, if I understand myself the way I just did that, where like, okay, rehearsal, I fucked up. Then the next time you do it, I got it. That doesn't fly on stage per se, because stage is live.
Yeah.
There is no rehearsal when you're there. There's rehearsal before, but there's no rehearsal at the moment.
However, they only know you messed up if you let them know.
Correct, because I mean they don't know if it's part
They
of the
don't
show.
know if it's part
They
of
don't
the
know if it's
show.
part of the
They
show.
don't-
That's true.
He
But-
seems like the type that'll let him know. He'll start
Yeah,
cussing and
I'm just gonna stand there
However,
like,
but that's even on camera
fuck?
too.
he might faint.
You know, some of the best moments are not scripted.
that's true. That's true. But I think those are awesome moments that are special. But like, man, like I have this fear of freezing on fucking stage, bro. Like, I'm not kidding you. That's my biggest fear. So the most famous person I've ever worked with was J.K. Simmons.
Okay.
So I had a scene with J.K. Simmons. I was more confident in that when I met him, and because he's a big time actor, Oscar winner, you know what I'm saying, the whole 9 yards. He's the type of person that we strive to be like, right? You know, very talented, very whatever. I'd be hella more nervous to fucking stand in front of 5 people on a stage.
Wow.
That just drives me crazy. Now maybe I might learn to like it. I don't know. I never really took too much time to actually try to do it.
Yeah.
But
It makes you better.
I love the fact of film where they say, okay, cut, do it again. Love that. And I can't say
now to bring you in. The stage is like lifting a 50-pound weight.
Mm.
And if you go and then going to set is like lifting a 5-pound weight after you just lift that 50.
Oh, I could see that.
You get that? Yeah. So
100%.
so I love it. Like you go there and memorizing 100 pages,
yeah,
and then all I got to do is memorize one sentence, like one conversation. Oh, it makes it much easier.
yeah.
But I will say one thing though. I'll challenge a little bit because I'm that guy. I'm
Okay.
that guy who's gonna debate. I'm gonna challenge everything.
Let's go.
I would argue that acting on stage, I consider it challenging. Don't get me wrong. But I think it's a different type of challenge than film acting. So like on stage,
Absolutely.
you have to be very expressive physically,
Physically, yes.
right? Versus on film,
You have to control that.
You have to sell everything is here.
Yes.
You know, you sell your emotions not really with your body movements. You sell it with your eyes. You sell it with little tweaks in your face or whatever. You know, and I think Michael Caine said it. He's like he looks at stage acting as a surgery with a scalpel, and film acting as surgery with a laser.
Mm.
It's more detailed because it's not. You don't see as much.
Yes.
You just see what they want you to see. Imagine if you're like in an extreme close-up and they want you to express everything without saying a fucking word, but you got to stay in this frame.
That's me all power. That's me all the first 4 episodes.
You know? And that's what to me is amazing about film.
Yeah.
It's like you can get those little things because it's hard to see that on the stage because you're sitting where you're sitting, depending, blah, blah, blah. So you got to sell it with like...
Yeah. Now check this out. I had an audition one time. And I went in the audition, and I did the audition at PR Casting.
Okay, yeah.
And AJ and Mickey goes, Ed Williams III, they say, that was amazing. However, it's theater.
Yeah.
I need you to be a little more it was the complete opposite.
I put it all right here. Like, I mean, I gave it, and they was like, compelling. They were like, that was amazing, but it's theater.
But that's the dilemma, right? That's the craziness in the two fields.
I happened not to read that it was theater. I did it again,
Sure.
it was great, But like you said, I internalized, and it was, and for me, I just switched it. I just brought it out, and it's the same thing because it's almost as if how you make it similar. It's just that once you are controlling your urges, I call them.
Okay.
You can't help but look natural.
Hey. Man.
Once you control yourself, your body is gonna do the little things that it's gonna.
Right, you got to learn how to let go, right? In acting, like that's one of the things that to me was difficult, and it's still difficult. Cause I'm not gonna say I'm fucking this amazing actor because I'm not. I try. I like to try things,
But you will be.
Yeah, I agree.
If your nose itch, scratch it.
That's true. I think the problem a lot of people have, and I had it in the beginning, is letting go and just being you in a way, right? Because I think when I remember taking my first classes and going up on the stage and doing, you know, whatever, you try really hard, right? Like you're trying so hard to do something that it looks like you're trying hard. Like it's almost like you almost gotta like, you gotta think this is a real person, right? And when you look at life, like if you're having a conversation, the conversation we're having right now, if this was on in a fucking movie, we win Oscars.
You hear me?
Most realistic fucking shit ever, right? But this is not how acting is. I mean, acting,
but it has to get there.
Exactly. So you have to think.
Let go.
The reason we're good at this right now is because we're just going off the cuff. We're just having a conversation. We're comfortable. Whatever. It's the difficulty comes in when it's not your words, when it's a script, and you got to grab that.
You have to lose expectation.
Yeah, like it's almost like you just gotta fucking just.
I know the door's gonna knock, but who gives a
seriously? But so what challenges did you find, and how did you overcome them? So it wasn't memorizing lines. We can move away from that one. We can pass that one up.
You know, it was when I did. I have a BT movie where I'm the co-star, actually, and I auditioned for the lead. And I was there. I got to PR casting 3 hours late, and they said, "Edward, we can't. You know, you're late. We can't see you." And I said, "Well, I just drove 2 hours, so."
Somebody gonna fucking with me.
Oh yeah, I was like,
I'll do this out here in the waiting room.
I was like, I'll wait until everyone else goes, and they made me wait.
Hey, well, that's fair.
They made me wait.
Okay,
and I go in, and I do it. And the director, he's there. He asked me to do it again, and they booked me. And then they switched me. You know, I don't know when they decided to switch me, but they ended up switching me. However, that was the first feature film that I had that much to do with, and I think it was the biggest challenge was holding on to the character. I don't know why it was. Because I had already finished season 1 of Southside, you know, but that was like, you know, go on say it was situational comedy, and you know, and season 1, we ad-libbed a lot on Southside, you know. So once again, it was turning. It was like, what do you guys want me to say? And it's like, I'll just, you know, they was like, well, it's about this, and you're this, so say something in between there.
Oh,
let's go.
Okay.
And so it was like, you know, I would go off the cuff.
Fuck it.
And this time I had to call. So like the training that I do have, I when I came to Chicago and started getting in the theater world, Richard Gallion started molding me. You know, at the time I didn't know how to audition or anything. He was like, my first audition for theater with Richard, he said, "You sucked. However, I know you're good, so I'm gonna, you know, give you the shot." Because I was just having fun. I wasn't making. Think about me. I was an and1 player, and they were trying to bring me to the NBA.
So you were a raw talent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So molding me into this is how you audition. This is, you know, this is what you got to do. That was like what he taught me. I'm still riding the wave. You know, I'm still riding that wave. However, that was a stumbling block. Getting on set and just having the mental, like I'm shooting a movie and staying with that character. And so I call Richard and he's like, just breathe and do it scene by scene. It was like, and that just, I don't know, that just like, oh. I was like,
see, at least you called somebody smart, right? When you were in your, when I was on set for fucking Night Sky, I didn't call anybody smart. I called him. Yeah, I called him. And I'm like, dude, I'm nervous as shit. I don't know why I'm even here. Like, what the fuck?
What would I say? Like, I'd be nervous too.
Like the worst advice ever. But it's so crazy, man. I don't know. When you worked on the major shows, let's say PD, Southside, or Power,
yeah.
Like, do you ever look at it and be like, damn, like I looked at it this way. When I walked in, I remember when I walked in for Night Sky into fitting, and I saw a picture of fucking J.K. Simmons on the wall, and I looked at his character's name, and I'm like, oh shit, I got lines with fucking J.K. Simmons. God damn. And I'm like, fuck. And then I'm on set, right? And I'm like, I don't want to say second guessing myself, because I'm like, dude, I mean, do I really fucking deserve to be here kind of shit? Like, did you have any of those feelings?
You know, still haven't had those feelings.
Or just confident as fuck?
not even, just ignorant.
Okay, that's a way to look at it. That's a way to look at
Just
it.
ignorant. No, I'm telling you, like even now, I'm at home. So to help you understand my story, the first one, no one ever recognized me. That's one thing. You know, I have a lead. I did a movie on BT, and now it's a Tubi original. It's called I Have Problems. I Got Problems, where I'm the lead and I'm a nerd. You know, and then you have me as this energetic rapper on Southside, and now I'm this hardcore thug on Power. So I've never it's always somebody and they really don't recognize me, and I don't blame them because me and my mother was watching my holiday movie, and I'm right there on the screen, the whole scene, and she goes, "When am I gonna see you?
That's good acting.
It has to be.
That's fucking good acting. That's what I try to tell him.
It has to be. My mom doesn't even recognize me half the time.
I've had this argument with the gentleman sitting across from me. Every day we do this podcast. There's a difference between acting, good acting, and great acting. Okay? To me, a great actor is someone like Heath Ledger, right? Because if you look at him in this makeup here, and you look at him in real life, they don't fucking resemble each other for shit.
No.
If you didn't know who Heath Ledger was, you would think the Joker's a real fucking person. And they hired the guy who walked down the street looking like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how good he was. He hates it, but to me, Gary Oldman's another one. All
Denzel
his
made us
characters.
think he was light skinned.
Oh, dude.
I didn't know who Malcolm X was. I promise you to show me Denzel. Oh, that's Malcolm X. That's
Dude.
how
Dude, there's so many actors like that. But then my buddy here,
What are you gonna say? Where's this going?
his favorite actor is the guy on the wall behind him, and I'm like, I mean, come on,
Dude, I'm a '90s kid. I grew up watching his movies.
Same here.
Like,
that would be
what do you want me
good.
to
That would
do?
be acting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you started to make me start, organizing some
I
people.
mean, he's acting, then there's good acting, then there's great acting.
Okay.
He's an actor.
Give me one more person who can play a
The Rock.
robot as well as he could.
John Cena.
No.
Have you not seen those CGI pictures of him like a robot, like him doing the next Terminator? He actually looked pretty good.
Yeah, I can actually see John Cena or like bringing Duke Nukem to the screen.
Oh,
Duke Nukem.
well, that game didn't have that much of a story though.
I love
The
that
original.
game.
I remember the game.
Let's make a story.
Okay, that's a good point.
Duke Nukem, that was a good game.
It was a good game.
On 64.
On 60.
I'm just saying, yeah, maybe he looks the part. Would you say John Cena?
Yeah.
But can he act the part?
John Cena's great. Not great because now you didn't put me in
the category. He's an actor. We'll hold him in
I would say good.
Good?
I would say good because he can surprise me. You seen Cock Blockers?
Yeah, I seen that one.
He's funny.
He's
He's a funny
I think he
guy.
fits,
I
yeah.
think he's naturally funny.
I think he
pretty
fits.
funny.
He fits in the comedy section well. I don't like him in drama, serious action flicks. Like when he was in the latest Fast and the Furious movie, I'm like, dude, this isn't your cup of tea. Like it's too serious for him. He's great at funny shit. Like in Peacemaker in the TV show, he was great in that. He's great in that because he's. I think he has a natural funny thing about it.
But he was so serious when he first came out.
I know, and then most people make that mistake until you find your niche, and his is comedy. I would say his is comedy.
I would say
The Rock is
romantic
more
comedy. He could get a little bit of drama and
sure. I can
still
see
the
that.
funny
I think The
stuff.
Rock is better at serious action flicks, serious wise.
No,
Even though I'm not a huge fan of his either,
just a ripoff.
but he looks more intense. He has more of an intense thing for him.
Yeah, that's what happens when you
Dave Bautista's a pretty good actor too. Do you know Dave Bautista is, right?
But he was a wrestler?
He was a wrestler
Yeah.
too. He's probably, in my opinion, he's probably the best actor out of all of them.
But I gotta check out Batista. That's the one, the big guy with the
He was
guy,
he
yeah,
was
with
in
the blonde mohawk.
son of a bitch. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy. He plays the Drax. I will show you a photo of him.
I gotta see it.
Yeah, he was Drax.
I just watched Guardian of the Galaxy.
He just did a movie that was
Knock at the Door.
that one was
He
decent.
did Glass Onion.
I'm glad
Something
I'm
like that.
recording this, so I'm got some new movies.
No, yeah. Out of the wrestling type people that came out and started acting, he's like the best one.
Okay. Yeah, Rock, I think Rock niche is for Oh yeah.
I would say he's the most naturally talented for
Yes.
a variety.
He's
of
the purple guy.
Yeah.
No, he's the dark purple guy.
Yeah, he has
He's-
that dad sense of humor. He like dad puns and stuff.
Yeah. He's the most well-rounded
Yeah.
of them.
Well, he
Yeah.
took time. I think he didn't just jump into acting after wrestling. He
Maybe he took some classes.
no. He took a lot of classes and he put his time in.
You know,
Go ahead.
10,000 hours.
10,000 hours.
Yes, that's
Movie?
the theory of an expert.
Theory. Oh, you're right. Yeah, 10,000 hours.
That's all it takes.
I mean, I don't know. I think, again, actors. So who's your favorite actor? Even though I think I heard it in your last interview, but I'll let you talk about him.
I mean, there's some good.
I wrote it down.
There's some good actors. He's not really my favorite actor. He's just he's my idol. Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx
Jamie
is a
Foxx.
really good.
Jamie
actor.
Foxx is good.
Yeah,
Jamie
that's
Foxx is good.
that's my idol, man. That's
I mean,
talk about a guy who could do it all.
now my
Like-
favorite actor before him was Leon. So I used to watch a lot of bio. So he played David Ruffin. He played in the Fire Heartbeats. He played Little Richard.
what's his last name?
No, he just type in Leon. He just goes by Leon. I don't even know his last. He just goes by Leon.
Funny thing, the first thing that pops up is Leon the Professional, the film.
No,
But Leon the actor. See if it pops up.
Leon.
Right.
The actor. Oops. Can't spell right now. Continue. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Watching him in like my favorite genre is biopics. So watching him be in The Temptations.
This guy?
that's where.
So his name is
Temptations.
just
Okay.
Leon.
Is it?
Well, according to this, his first name is just unless it's just like just Leon.
No, it's just yeah. That is like he's like no last name.
Got it.
I thought you meant it's just Leon. Like
But that's how
Leon.
they wrote it.
Okay.
They wrote it like his
Is
first name is
just
just
Leon?
and his last name is
Leon.
Leon.
Is that his stage name? He's got to change.
I'm
that.
assuming that's his stage name.
That's
but
very
no,
odd.
like he goes by Leon. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes-
So, but they put just.
Just so it makes sense. I got it.
That's really odd. I don't know about that.
So this is him. I think this is him right here. Okay, so his real name is Leon Robinson.
Okay.
He's usually credited as simply Leon or just Leon.
Or just
Leon.
Yeah, he just
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
So he's your favorite guy.
Yeah, he was my favorite actor until I was introduced into Jamie Foxx. And then Jamie Foxx it's just Jamie for me. It's just Jamie. Like when it comes to, and not even, and here's the thing, a lot of people I know look at other actors and you can tell who has influence on people. However, I don't use other actors for influence.
Really?
I use real people.
Use real people.
I use real people.
Okay.
I read the script and I find somebody in my life who resembles that person and then I embody them. So, like for instance, Southside, I was having so much fun, Southside was my second time booking a recurring role. So the first recurring role I booked was on a show. It was untitled, but they were moving towards controversy. It was a Fox TV show. However, it was 2016, 2017. It was a football show about rape. And then the Me Too movement happened with the
So
Weinstein
he said,
and all that.
never mind. Threw it out the window.
Yeah, we shot for a month. I got to play. I've never played sports in school. Never played sports. The first time I got to play football was on Soldier Field.
Talk about making it to the big leagues.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
fucking
Man,
The first time I got to play football was on Soldier Field.
That's cool.
And if he ever watches, he's going to forgive me. I don't remember his name, but it was like they had a professional football player. I don't watch sports either, but he was teaching me. I was the running back, so he was teaching me the
How to
moves.
carry the ball and all that shit. How to cover the ball, hold the ball. Got it.
Yeah, so that was pretty dope. And the first time I played basketball or was dribbling the ball, playing was NIU, was for PD.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. John, you should audition for like
should-
weightlifters and
Yeah.
see if they give you to they take you to Gold's Gym in California or
I
some
don't
shit.
know. I got to lay off the McDonald's if I'm gonna do that.
Or just
Man.
the calories. Because see, you say McDonald's, you're going to find some calories somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
So what's your what would you say is your favorite Let's go with Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx film. Because I got mine.
Ray.
Ray? Oh, wait. Hold on.
Hold on. Yeah, I was just saying. No, and I here Ray. It's two. It's Ray because Ray paid some of my bills. You know, I'm a Ray Charles impersonator. However, without Ray,
What?
Yeah. I've seen it.
But where do you do it at? Like
I
bars and
He has glasses.
restaurants?
He's got glasses right there. What
I
do you mean?
didn't. No, I just say how do you
Where?
do it? I said where.
man,
Right here.
wherever they were hiring. Yeah, bro. I started. So I was doing Christian comedy at first.
Okay.
God's Funny Bone.
Yeah.
And I started at 18. And I was looking like I was 12. But I was going with that. I was rolling. That was a majority of my set was the fact that I looked so young.
Yeah.
How old are you, just by the way?
33.
33?
Yeah.
You're still young.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
You're still young.
Yeah.
You're good. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Continue. I'm
but,
sorry.
yeah,
I didn't
divorced
mean to-
twice, foreclosed house, bankruptcy, two repossessions.
You've lived.
I've lived.
You've
I've
lived.
lived.
Got it. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I got you.
In experience, he's like 62.
You know what I'm saying? So I but it happened because like I ended up booking this show where I was doing comedy, and 75% of the room was 1 foot out of the grave. And I had glass, and it was a band behind me, and I have glasses, and they were not. It's like they wanted to reprimand me. It's like I was like their grandchild that they wanted to whoop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, and I'm used to that though. I'm used to them calling me, you know, holidays, calling me in front of everybody and performing. You know, so I had the glasses, start fast, put them on, start singing some Ray Charles songs, and they loved it. So then I just start getting from there. It's like, can you do, you know, my mother's birthday? Can you come do here? Like they hired me to come in church and sing Ray Charles. They were paying, so I went. You know,
Hey, okay.
Yeah,
Like-
that gig has got to be drying up now. I don't think Ray Charles is.
no,
Dude,
you'd be
I mean, we're
surprised.
getting old.
Why couldn't you be so lucky with your Harry Carey impression,
Yeah, I
bro?
don't-
Seriously,
I don't know,
why
man.
couldn't you
I
be
don't
fucking?
You'd be surprised. Hey, I said once this strike is over and I can sit down peacefully,
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn the piano. I went to America's Got Talent twice, and they wanted me so bad, but I don't play yet.
Oh.
However, that's my retirement. Vegas.
Just
I'm going.
do- oh, hey,
I'm
there you
going.
go.
I'm doing a residency in Vegas.
There you go.
Hey,
There you
yeah,
go.
so yeah, I'm not worried about anything. But if it wasn't Ray, it would be the soloist.
Oh,
with Robert Downey Jr.
He's playing the
Yes.
cello or something like that.
And that's
it's the cello,
that's
right?
The
The
movie I
cello?
was thinking of. Yes,
Cello?
but he was schizophrenic, bipolar.
Yeah. We have
That's-
Robert Downey Jr. You right.
Yes.
You right.
Oh my God.
My favorite Robert Downey Jr. My favorite Jamie Foxx film, and it's funny because I don't think it's his best performance.
Mhm.
Is this film was so good when I saw it.
Okay.
It was Law Abiding Citizen with Gerard Butler,
That was good.
and I'm not saying it was his most amazing performance.
No, that was good. I think
but it was overall that film was fucking amazing.
That was like an action mixed with like
Psychotic, crazy, mess with your fucking mind type shit.
Yeah, it was a
Like Saw.
psychological thriller.
Yeah, it was. That movie was so. I don't want to.
Man.
Do I want to say it was underrated? Maybe.
Yeah.
Because I never heard of it.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
a buddy gave it to me on DVD. For the kids nowadays, DVDs were these discs that they used to put movies on them. We used to put them in things and they would play.
I mean,
Do you remember Netflix?
he's kind of one of those kids.
It was like,
He's
well,
No,
he's
no,
older. He's older. He's
borderline.
What?
Well,
I was
he's-
born 90. I saw the internet.
I was born 83. That's
still,
I
but
mean,
he
yeah,
saw it.
No,
He
I
saw it.
borderline. Yeah.
When I start, I had beepers.
Hey, okay,
with
so
gum in
yeah,
them.
I would say, I remember.
Okay,
that.
yeah,
I would
yeah.
say he's getting close to where I would say, yeah, you don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I know.
But he's still
I'm
there.
there.
He's
I'm
okay.
right
He's
there.
there. He's talking
And
about
you gotta
Power
remember,
Rangers. Come on.
I woke up at 5.
I mean, Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I've been awakened since 5. They woke me up with lies at 5.
Yeah.
Were you watching Power Rangers?
Come on, man. I
when
was
it was
watching
running?
the original.
Hold on, when it was running, or were you watching it on VHS tape?
No, when it was running.
Original. Okay, because if you would have said VHS tape, then I'm like, I'm down because he knows that old technology back in the day.
Now check this out. I was recording Power Rangers on my mom's film by putting tissue inside the hole on the VHS tape.
yeah. Because you did you know about that?
What?
Okay, so the VHS cassette, right on the edge of it,
Yeah,
there was a little plastic thing.
Yeah.
If the tab was there, you were allowed to record on it. If the tab
Okay.
was gone, it was like if you bought, let's say, Jurassic Park, so you can't record over it. But
Okay.
you could put a piece of tape or something
Tissue
on
in
top of
there.
it or whatever, and then you can record over it. You learn something new every day.
I guess my parents were bougie because they just bought VHS tapes that you can record on.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, most of my movies were fucking bootleg anyways. The other ones I had when I was a kid were all
100%.
fucking bootleg.
Then check this out. Before Power Rangers, I was watching VR Troopers.
VR Troopers.
Come on now.
I remember
VR,
Trooper.
VR.
Yeah,
Come on.
VR. And then like before then, there was another one before that. It was like Mask Rider was part of that whole
See,
whole
that's
thing
where
when
I
they
fade
came-
away.
Yeah, I mean, I remember it only because I know the history of like Power Rangers really well.
Okay.
So like where the idea came from, because in Japan,
Yeah.
they had all those type of shows, and then they wanted to bring them over here. They started with Mask Rider, and then VR Troopers, and then Power Rangers just took the fucking world by fucking storm.
Yeah.
Man.
Like that was
Mighty
literally
Morphin.
it was Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers were the two biggest fucking toys
Yes.
I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
Jonathan, what's your favorite Jamie Foxx film?
You know what? It's not even a film.
It's a book.
It's just this little story he tells on a radio station where
It's
he
a podcast.
plays
Got it.
Mike Tyson. He's just telling these guys a story about where he was at a party with Mike Tyson and Stevie Wonder. And I don't want to ruin it if you haven't seen it, but it's probably one of the most hilarious things I've ever seen in my life. It is, bro, I was dying for about 15 minutes.
I believe it.
It's about something about where Mike Tyson is listening to the thong song and he gets pissed off because he doesn't like Cisco. He goes, turn the thong song off. And then some girl asks him for a picture and then he just goes ballistic. And Stevie Wonder was at the piano and he gets up and he starts wandering around the room trying to get away from Mike Tyson, but he doesn't know where he's going. And it's just so freaking hilarious. You got to watch it, man.
I would say the only movie I remember that I wish he would have been better in was The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Because I don't blame him, because it's partially, I would say it's partially the actor's fault and partially, obviously, you could only do so much.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in Batman and Robin, I mean, you can't really.
He was in Batman as well. Jamie Foxx played Mr. Freeze.
In which Batman?
Which one is it? You got to look that up. Yeah, he played Mr. Freeze.
You sure you're not talking about that guy on the wall right there? He played Mr. Freeze.
Jamie, fact check me.
Let's check. Let's find out.
If I'm not mistaken, I remember
But
Jamie
wait, real
Foxx
quick.
playing it too.
So the Spider-Man flick.
Yes.
And the reason I wanted him to be so good, because
That was when he played the
electric guy. Yes.
Yeah.
He played Electrode. But it was like, dude, you watch Marvel movies? You a fan?
Somewhat.
Okay. So like, Andrew Garfield is a great actor, in my opinion, right? And the first one of those two movies was good. I think it was, the problem with that movie was we were still too close to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man films, so people didn't know how to detach themselves from that, because it was like 3 or 4 years, and then here comes this new story, right? So like people were like, no, we want Toby.
He's no Toby.
He's no Toby or whatever.
Yeah.
So they didn't give it a chance. And
Tobey
then
Maguire killed it.
Ish
don't-
for me. I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
So I think Tobey Maguire. Okay, so you know how there's character. Okay, like maybe not Iron Man. He's the only one that doesn't really have to deal with this. But like Batman and Spider-Man, they're distinctively two different characters, right? You have the guy in the suit, how he acts, how he talks, blah, blah, blah. And then you have the Playboy millionaire, or you have the nerd in school, right? So I think Tobey Maguire played a great Peter Parker, right? Because he was the geek.
Yeah.
I don't think he did that well as Spider-Man. He didn't feel like Spider-Man to me, because he didn't fight like Spider-Man. He didn't really talk how Spider-Man kind of talks. Andrew was the opposite problem. Andrew was too cool to be fucking Peter Parker.
Yeah.
But his Spider-Man was fucking, to me, amazing. The way he swung around talking shit, talking little jokes and spitting this, blah, blah, blah. Now, the new kid's the best combination of both. Tom Holland, that's his name?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland's the newest one.
Yep.
He's the best combination of both types of characters. He embodies both kind of pretty good. But when they did Spider-Man, the amazing Spider-Man 2, when they said that Jamie Foxx was going to be in it, I was like, dude, this is going to be really fucking good, because he's a fucking great actor. I think he was just off of like Ray, I think, or maybe this was a long time ago. I'm like, this fucking film's going to be good. And I go to watch it. I'm like, oh man, they didn't give him anything. They didn't even help him. They didn't even fucking help him.
That's not his fault.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh man, I was so disappointed.
Plus, he's
in that movie.
playing a character that's kind of odd. So
It's just so much of it was just like they could have done so much with him because that man is so talented. Just let him do what he wants.
Yeah.
Don't even give him script. Just go ahead.
I'll be honest. I think he's too good for that role.
I mean, he was better in the newer one. You didn't even watch the newer one. The one
I didn't even watch the first one.
what was it called? Spider-Man No Way Home, I think, was the last one that just came out. You didn't watch that one either?
They kept switching Spider-Mans on me, man.
Start
It was
losing track, right?
Yeah. It's like,
I feel the same way about Marvel now.
yeah.
Marvel has so many fucking storylines, so much shit going on. How do you feel about the strike, man? I know we can't say too much about it, but
yeah. Well, I'll say this. Like I was saying before, so you got Untitled Project when the Weinstein stuff started happening, so it got canned. Southside didn't come out to we filmed the first season 2017. It did not air until 2019, following behind COVID. And then I booked Power, and then the strike. So like I've never been able to like
something always happens.
I've never been able to be in the world while things are airing. So I think that's funny on my behalf. However, it's like when I dug in and started paying attention, I said, okay, I understand their dilemma. Like I told you, I'll go get a regular job. I still when I got the audition for I was also on The Chi. Season 5.
Yeah,
I was gonna say when I was filming The Chi, I still had a job working at Ross because no one recognizes me. So then at the day I got the audition for Power, I walked up to I literally looked at my phone. It said, you have an audition for Power. I closed my phone. I went to my boss and said, hey, today is my last day. I have to leave. I'm about to go film Power. And I walked out. I called my ex-girlfriend. We just broke up. I said, hey, I understand that we're breaking up. It's cool because I got to focus on Power. She said, what? Yeah, I'm about to start filming Power. Like, I said this. I literally, I'm like, who the raised? I literally called and said that when I saw I had the audition. And I'm just like this. When it comes to the strike, I got to get some money first before I feel anything about it. It's like,
yeah. I'm still trying to figure out if your boss actually believed you. If he thought you were full of crap.
I don't even know if I believed me. But like I'm still watching it like
you were believing your agent at the time?
I just had the audition.
It's a weird feeling, dude.
I didn't even film the self-tape yet. I literally saw the audition and I knew. I was like, I'm about to be on this show.
It's crazy, John. Like it's hard to explain the feeling you get when you see that CCast thing pop up. And it says, you got an audition for such and such show. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he woke up that way, so it's a little different, For
you
me,
actually got a prep.
Dude, for me, I was fucking, man, every time I saw one, I was like, God damn, am I ready for this? Like, I kid you not, I was very, I don't want to say I didn't prepare because I prepared for everything. Yeah. But like, for those moments, it's like, it's because it's something I wasn't accustomed to doing.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck it, I play basketball my whole life. You put 500 people, 1,000 people in the crowd, that shit don't bother me.
Yeah.
I could play the sport.
Right.
That don't bother me. You could boo me, cheer me, whatever. That don't bother me. You tell me I got an audition, what? Audition? The fuck does that mean? No, I mean, but it's something you have to keep doing. You got to work at it. You get comfortable in it. I think now I'm a little more comfortable. It's the same thing with this bullshit. Like we started this a couple years ago. You can't watch our first podcast, but if you listen to our first podcast, we sound like crap until you get
10,000 hours.
Yeah, we're pretty close to that actually. No, we're not close to that.
Hell
no. But then you get comfortable and you start to improve.
That's the thing with me. So like I said, even before the 10,000 hours, I was just having fun. It wasn't until 30. It wasn't until 30. When I turned 30, I looked behind myself and I realized what I was doing. It sent me.
You're live streaming. That's what you're doing. You look behind you live streaming.
Yeah. When I saw what I was doing, it sent me to the psych ward. So, like, and literally the book I'm reading now is 10% Happier by Dan Harris. He started at CNN like 22. His first, he got there and immediately his gigs were going over to Iraq and televising. This was like 9/11 stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they were trying to kill him.
So when he came back and tried to mellow it down, he had a whole nervous breakdown on television. He had a panic attack.
Shit.
You know, so and that's kind of my story. It was like, bro, when all the strike and stuff started happening, and I just calmed down from this high. The first thing I auditioned for my agent, so I was living in the John Hancock building. Around
Jerry Springer's building. Got it.
I was there when Jerry was there. Rest in peace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who else lived there? Somebody else famous died there.
Well, I know the guy. He was another anchor guy.
The SNL guy. The big guy.
Yeah, with
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley.
Wait,
he
used
died
to wear
there.
no, not Chris Farley.
Chris Farley died in the Hancock
Couple
building.
people
I think he
died.
was
Okay,
there.
there's an anchor guy that was on the news, or I don't know. I think he did sports. He wore a cow jacket, blazer.
And he died there too?
He didn't die. His daughter did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was there. I was there for that.
Oh shit.
I was a doorman actually at the Hancock for 2 years, and then they fired me and I moved in. Like,
I mean,
that works.
Yeah. I was
Nah, it
like,
would have been sweeter if he kept
Give you a
it.
discount.
well, they
It's
fired.
a beautiful commute to work.
Yeah. Well,
Go down the elevator.
yeah. They fired me, and I moved in, and so while I was there, you know.
So you live there now?
No.
Okay.
No. I lived there for 6 years in the Hancock, rent free.
Oh, right. I would do that too.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't like high. I mean, not that I don't like high buildings, but like, I can't imagine literally trying to pick up Domino's and you got to go all the way fucking downstairs to fucking.
No.
They
The doorman.
deliver.
Oh, the doorman. Never
The
mind.
doorman. They send it up. They
Never
send them up.
mind.
Send them up. Yeah, 2 elevators to get up.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So,
They kind of bug me, but nonetheless, continue.
but so, when I was living there, that's when I got my agent. At the time, I heard the word retail therapy, and I ran with it. Like I didn't have it. Like a lot of my growing up, I was trying to find something to be addicted to. It's weird. Yeah.
So acting is your drug now.
No, I'm
What's
not.
your drug?
Love.
Love? That's
Yeah.
fair.
I'm
John,
divorced. I'm divorced twice.
the love of life, man?
The
Does
love
that
of life.
have to be in a
The love
woman
of-
or whatever?
Entertaining other people, I guess.
Dude, you know, since you mentioned reading,
That was my hobby.
reading has become my modern film. Because like I mean, we talked a little bit before the cameras rolling,
Yeah.
but like, and he's gonna criticize me. I don't enjoy films like I used to anymore. And I don't know, are you a detailed person?
I am.
I'm a super fucking detailed person.
Man, I'm very.
Like when it comes to everything, like this fucking setup, blah blah blah. Ask him. I'd be here all day, fucking moving whatever, just moving a piece of tape, fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
That
I
part-
walked in. I was like, oh, I matched the blue.
Yeah, you did.
Dude, I'm like that. So like, when it comes to watching films, whatever it is, whatever film, like I watched Oppenheimer not too long ago.
Okay.
Cinematically, that movie's amazing. Acting wise, some of them have really good performances. Robert Downey Jr. has a great performance. It's Cillian Murphy. He has a great fucking performance. But I can't watch the movie the same way I did before I got into fucking
Film.
acting.
Yeah.
Right? Because I feel like I got desensitized because I got exposed to it. How do you deal with that?
Always wanting to be better.
Always want to be better?
Yeah. So, you know, I listen. It's like I'm being entertained twice. So I'm listening to this guy up here, but I'm also still watching it. And then, like I said, I know if it's good. If it can shut him up, it's
super good.
It's amazing. If it can shut him up, I know it's good. So, like, if it doesn't, I mean, he and I enjoy what we're watching because now, me being in it, I'm not watching anymore. I'm studying.
Good point.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I look at films.
Either
man.
way, you're getting something out
either
of it.
way, I'm gonna get something. Yeah, I'm gonna squeeze the lemon.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same.
I don't know why that was funny.
That sounds like a Southern saying.
Is it?
Something like
Squeeze the
that.
lemon.
You gotta squeeze the lemon.
You know, I be on these vibrations. And like I'll say something and like that'll be a thing for a moment.
Hey.
Like, but yes, right now it's lemon. I think earlier I
You're coming
told
up with
someone-
gold, brother. That's what you're doing. You're coming up with gold, man.
Earlier I told someone, I said they were asking me about my coaching. And they said, well, how many classes do I have to take? I said, for what? They're like, no, I just want to know, you know what I'm saying? How much money do I have to spend? I said, none. I said, you squeeze a lemon, you're getting lemon juice until you add some aid to it. I can't tell you, take 10 of my classes and you'll be great. I said, that's
impossible.
Yeah.
It
That's
depends
the
on
scam.
it depends on what you what you get out of it.
Take it. You could take one class. If you don't think I'm the guy that you need, then stop taking the class.
I mean, you could. I mean, to be honest, right? Do you need acting classes?
Yes.
History tells us nowadays, not really, because this man he woke up this way. But I'm just poking jabs.
No. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I would say yes, right? So you can have an understanding of what acting is about, right? But that acting class, to me, nowadays, because we have the modern technology and all this stuff, like, do I think you need to spend hundreds upon hundreds of dollars at, I'm not going to name any schools, but the schools around the city?
Yeah.
No. Would it behoove you to do it? Maybe, right?
I'll say this. Security comes with the price of insecurity.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm the most insecure person on set. I get no notes. You know, I hear everybody getting notes. Hey, you make sure you do this. You make sure you do it. And I go, hey, what do you need me to do? Keep doing what you're doing. Is what I get.
You're doing your job.
However, that makes me insecure. So my battle is different. And I tell her, you don't need acting classes. You really don't. However, you do need to understand what you're understanding.
Yes.
And if you are a person, then the first thing you need to understand is yourself. So you look in the mirror and you say, can I do this without looking for approval? Then you don't need it. If you need approval and a pattern, I tell people all the time, I don't need congratulations and stuff. I don't. I hate it when it's a wrap on L. I tell them, I literally tell them, don't do that. That makes me feel weird. You know?
So you're unique.
Just leave me alone.
You have a completely different approach to what normally people would come out here and talk to, which is interesting. It's actually pretty cool.
You need that type of approval after you're done?
Me? Well, hold on. Time out. Time out.
No, I'm saying.
Time out. You know me better than most. I mean, do you think I'm that type of person?
No, not really.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It comes in different forms because it's like, if no one says anything, like you've been on set, you get what I'm saying? On set, everybody has a job to do, and it almost feels like they're talking about you behind your back. Like, you know, it's like everybody's getting frustrated. Everybody's body is going from arousal to agitation. It's like a balance.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
In the morning, everybody's energetic, blah, blah, blah. By the end of the day, you start to get this.
You know, and it could be for different reasons. So you're in that, and you're like, if you tell yourself, if you've been studying, and you flub a line, it sends you down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And you have to battle to keep that up, you know, like, and then if you mess up again, it's like you start defeating yourself. I watch people crumble on set. Defeating themselves is like, dude, you're doing fine. You know, some people have to be like, oh, you're doing great, or it's just a pat on the back. You know, it's not really. It's like with raising it's like training your dog. You know, scold him when he does something wrong and praise him when he does something good. You know, so if they have to give you direction or tell you to do something, it's like, okay, well then where's my praise at? You know what I'm saying? So it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing in the body, but I don't need it. Like, you know, I would rather not have it.
I've always looked at it when they, like, I remember on sets, they never really gave me one. On Night Sky, they gave me some points or whatever that I had to do or whatever. I've always taken, you know, when no one gives you a note, like you said, keep doing what you're doing. Because their job, damn, that was loud, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Did you eat something before you
said that? It was funny last time too. I've always looked at that as a positive, right? Because you prepare for this job. You know what I'm saying? I think I was watching a master class with Samuel L. Jackson, and I think he said something in the range of like, the best thing you could do is come prepared, right? You have to prepare, right? The last thing he wants to deal with is someone who's not prepared to deliver whatever we need to do, right? So when they tell you a bunch of notes back to back, like, did you prepare? That's when that thing can become frustrating. You know what I'm saying? For actors, right? For the, you know. But it's like, if you're prepared, then you're good. Prepare. You got to prepare, right? I would assume you have to prepare for everything, for every part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Fuck it. So what do you got coming up?
right now.
Besides, obviously, we can't do much because of the strike and all that. But
I thought that was over.
not
no,
yet. They haven't.
for
They
the
didn't agree.
writers. And then at this point, once it got to October, I was like, yeah, we're not filming nothing till next year.
Yeah, because they're right now they would have been filming PD and all those shows would have been filming. They would have been going on their break in the middle of December, anyways.
Yeah.
And they don't come back till like the middle of January.
Right.
So it wasn't just with the writers.
Well,
It was
it was
both.
writers
It started
and,
with the writers.
and then the actors jumped on. Like,
Yeah.
That's usually what happens. The actors got more money. We want money too, right?
yeah.
Here's the thing,
Kinda
man.
sucks.
I kind of feel like, do I think because one of the big problems is the whole AI thing, right?
Yeah.
So like you're giving up your rights. So once they scan you, they have the right to use you as much as they fucking want, which I don't think is
Right.
fair. Obviously, they should pay you for it.
Yeah.
The thing is,
I think we reached a plateau in technology, though. I think we're going to be cool for a while now.
you think so?
You sure about
I
that?
think so.
I think with certain technologies, yes.
Well, I think it's just going to be add-ons now. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I mean, have you seen some of these new video games? How they look?
yeah, but
That's crazy now.
and they said they're coming out with Grand Theft Auto 6.
And these deep fakes of Arnold Schwarzenegger are crazy right now. Some of them look really fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Or they have pictures of freaking Scarlett Johansson and she's like super voluptuous or whatever. It's all deep fakes. And I'm like, God damn, some of that stuff looks pretty damn good.
But I'm saying, like, what, like, like I said, with the internet, we got the cell phone, and then we got the touchscreen cell phone, and
I think that has peaked.
and then we got the FaceTime. It's like honestly, like, now we have the glasses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're
VR
bringing
stuff.
the VR stuff. There's not much more. They literally have created a whole nother world.
See, I would agree with you. Like, okay, if we're talking about, let's say, maybe I should eat something. If we're talking about like cell phones, for example, I would agree. I think cell phones have peaked, right? I don't think going forward, iPhone 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, all that shit's going to be a different color paint on the phone. So now they went, instead of using stainless steel, the selling
extra
point is fucking
camera or something
titanium.
like that,
That's
yeah.
the fucking selling point this time around.
And
It's
it's
fucking
still
titanium.
works.
It's just add-ons.
You know, it's nothing. When back then, it was like, okay, we're making the screen bigger, or we're fucking getting a super high def screen, or whatever. Now it's
Yeah.
just like we've gotten so much. It's like,
Now, right now, they just updated it where you can do the gestures, but Galaxy, Android people are like, oh, we've been had that.
oh, the
Yeah,
iPhone
we-
thing that would do this.
we
Yeah,
have-
But then you do that, and then like,
it's-
or they do like that, and it takes the picture, counts down the picture.
Does it?
yeah.
I know.
Now it does. But the iPhones, the Samsungs have done all that shit for years.
That's what I'm saying.
But
So
Apple's fucking
Gangsta.
man, bro. Apple.
gangster,
I love Apple and I hate Apple at the same time.
gangster.
Cause they fucking they copy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
They copy shit and claim they're the first people to get to it.
And
Fuck my life, bro. Like I'm dead ass. Like these motherfuckers,
they get away with it.
bro. Cause it's Apple.
It's Apple.
You can't fucking get mad at
Because
them.
they have a whole cult.
and on
behind
top of
it.
that, they can charge you triple the amount of another phone.
Yeah.
And people will fucking pay. I
Still-
should talk because I got an Apple phone and I got
Same
an
here,
Apple
man.
tablet right there.
Hey, look, I was talking to somebody one time, and that's why I don't even try to do that. Like I said, my ego, I keep him in the back. I say, because pride is the devil.
Sure.
Because someone's like, we were getting ready to film something. It was like, I was like, I'll use my phone. It was like, oh, what phone you have? And I go, the latest. And they're like, you have the 15? It was like 2 weeks. The 15 had been out for 2 weeks. I didn't know. I had the 14.
And it looked the
Yeah.
fucking same shit.
Wait a minute. This isn't titanium.
Let me put it under this chemical reaction and it's gonna react. Oh no, it's not. It's
No,
stainless steel.
no.
It's stainless steel. Get the fuck out of here, dude. It's insane. I kid you not. It's like it's literally the same shit. I used to be very big on buying new phones all the
Yeah.
fucking time.
Yeah,
I
was,
was huge on that shit. But it was back in the day when there was competition. Right? You had Samsungs, you had Apples, you had HTCs, you had
HTC
Motorola.
Pro, that's what
you
I
had
came
fucking
from.
Sonys, you had everything. I would go from brand to brand. Right? I was fucking slut. I was going brand to brand.
He was a brand slut.
Bro, I was going to brand because I wanted experiences, right? Now it's like, fuck, I don't want to fucking. I had a Samsung for a long time, then I went to Apple again.
BlackBerry.
Oh
BlackBerry.
my God, yeah, BlackBerry was cool. bro.
Sidekick.
That was the coolest fucking phone I
That,
ever made.
the Sidekick.
That and the Razor. Because the Razor was fucking popular as fuck.
Man.
Best
That
selling
was-
phone
yeah.
of all time.
Yeah.
That's
Razor.
insane.
So I think
Go ahead.
travel, right? That's the only thing that's left.
What travel?
That's it. That's gonna
Time travel?
No, not time travel.
Technology, like, whoa.
Time travel.
Space travel.
Space travel? Nah, we're not gonna get there either, bro. You know how far we are from
Baby,
shit like that.
We've got to start somewhere.
Nah, man. What?
Elon Musk, he
having trouble too.
Oh yeah,
He having trouble getting up there. He had a space probe blow up on a test flight.
It was just a probe.
Yeah, no, I know nobody died, but
he said he's supposed to be building like this train with no friction that's supposed to get from like LA to New York in like
that'd be cool.
rapid speed.
I mean, I think technology.
Japan's already there.
Well, they have. Yeah, we don't even have bullet trains here. If we had bullet trains, I mean, it'd be different. But we don't even have one here.
Right.
Do we really want them though? I mean, we have derailments like every other week. Do we really want a bullet train fucking derailing? Imagine what that would be like. Shit.
You'll make it to Mars. Derail.
No, man. I think space travel. Space travels. I love space. Space has been one of my favorite. Like, remember when we were kids in school and they had that little models like the sun and then the planets and you could move them around. I always wanted one of those.
Yeah.
That's too far. That's crazy leaps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy leaps. Put it like this: humans have only been to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
Sure. However you want to look at it. However you want to look at it.
Yeah.
That's the theory.
Yeah.
That's the theory. The theory is that we've gone to the moon.
Yeah.
So humans have been to the moon.
But there's still a dark side of it.
There's a dark side of it. It's on the other side.
Right. But like when they the picture of that, when they capture that picture of the other side of the moon when you can't see anything. It's like if they landed on there, why didn't they just travel to go see?
But there is no light. I mean, I get what you mean, but it's like my point is technology has advanced over time, right? But we still can't even get past that logically yet. Not even on paper we can get past that yet.
Yeah.
You know how many I don't want to say millions, but like we're about thousands of years before we freaking land on another planet.
Now check this out.
Unless we have some type of emergency, and then they're gonna figure it out like in 5 minutes. Probably. Then all the funding,
They just said that they're gonna show us proof of aliens in 2027. Like they put a date on it.
He has a thing with the paper mache aliens that they've been showing recently. He has a thing against that.
They're not real.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Now check this.
Carve that out of stone. Said it's fossilized.
Now bring it back to the movie world. Now check this out. Movies give us they basically say like we're not, the average human needs time to process things.
Mm-hmm.
If you show them it too soon, they won't believe it or head will explode or they'll freak out. Will Smith, Enemy of the State. There was no Google Maps.
That movie was cool.
But it prepared us for Google Maps.
That is true. That is true.
That movie.
You see,
Interstellar is preparing us for time travel.
Listen. Let's talk about that movie for a second, because that movie was cool, and let me tell you why I think it's crazy.
Gene Hackman was in it.
Yeah, if you think of the concept of that movie, right? This is when cell phone technology was in its infancy.
That's what I'm saying.
We still had Nokias back then. You know what I'm saying? No screens, just dialing shit, playing Snake.
That was it.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we were doing. And they were tracking people with that shit, right? And the movie was based upon negative shit being done with tracking, right? I remember in the 90s, like that being a big deal, right? Especially when cell phones were starting to get big.
The wire.
But think about it like this. We've accepted that in today's day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how many times do you talk about some shit and then you go on Facebook and whatever y'all talk about is for sale?
Right.
It's there.
Man.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
It's
But we've
called a
accepted
backdoor,
it.
yeah.
But we've accepted it. So now here's the thing, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's the question: is it a good thing or is it a bad thing?
It's a thing.
Because I'm like 50-50 on it.
I don't
Because
know, we've accepted it.
We've accepted it. You can't.
because you got to take the negatives. If you're gonna accept, you got to take the negatives with the positives, right? So the negatives would be, well, okay, they're listening to you, right? And the positive would be, well, they're listening to you when you have an emergency.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like if you can't yell for help and they can hear you, you might get some help. So there's a positive and a negative, right?
But will they help you?
I mean, that's a good question.
Because they definitely listening. You can you don't have to search anything anymore. All you have to do is talk about it and you hop on
It's
get
on
Facebook.
What's that website? Tumi? The site that sells every fucking thing. Timu. All that shit.
Timu.
It's ready for sale.
Now that's like Timu is like a teenage version of Alibaba. You know what I'm saying? And you remember Alibaba?
Yeah, or Wish.
Yeah,
Fucking worse than Wish.
Wish was worse. That's like a cousin. Wish was like the
Dude, let me tell you how fucked up it was. My coworker, right? He goes to because I have my knees busted up, so I've been looking at fucking knee braces, and we were talking about knee braces. He comes up to me today. He goes, "Bro, why the fuck were there ads for knee braces on my fucking on my Facebook?" I'm like,
on your Temu?
on his phone. I'm like, God damn, that's just crazy.
Talking about it.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. But again, we've had so many, and this is what I'm saying. For certain companies, we're okay with this problem. So let me give you an example. You know how you're either team Apple or Apple or Android,
or
right?
the others.
Okay. And the other conversation is you're either team PlayStation or you're team Xbox. Right? And fuck it, you guys don't cross, right? We don't cross paths. But I remember it was such a fucking big deal. So I don't know if you guys remember when not this version of the Xbox, the one prior to this one came out. The big deal was that the Connect thing had to be on 24/7. It was listening 24/7. So that way you can tell it to turn on.
Yeah.
And that was a big fucking thing that literally Microsoft had to take it away because it was so much negative press about that. Because people were like, oh, my privacy. What are they looking at? It? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And I'm like, have you seen your phone today? How come nobody's bitching to Apple? Like, what the fuck are y'all looking at all day? Yeah. But that's my point. I'm like, why is it that we've accepted things that we were against?
Because the trade-off is worth it.
Or maybe it's just Apple. Because some people just like Apple.
No, I'm telling you, man, it's getting you ready for it. It's just it just once after, so long, it's not that bad. There's worse.
Wait up. Alibaba is the good one. Temu's the what? What'd you call it?
Alibaba doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, Alibaba. I think it does.
Does it still?
I think it's has been though.
So it's like a water.
Wish was the worst. Wish nothing fit off Wish. Wish it fit.
Wish is the step uncle that molested you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Temu is the new.
Have you ordered anything from Temu?
I haven't. My mom has done.
Does it actually show up?
Yeah.
Hey, okay. Because
skeptical.
I'm still waiting for some Wish stuff. I'm just saying. I'm still waiting.
There was one more. There was Alibaba, and then there was another one. I can't remember the name. I was ordering. I remember this young Jewish kid in the Hancock. He was like 15. He and I were like, we ordered like hundreds of fake Gucci belts, and like you walk out the Hancock with a Gucci belt, they're not gonna question if it's real. I'm trying to tell you. You seen the movie Dope? Like they're not.
If you look at it like this, it looks real. It looks real.
Walking out of the Hancock, everything.
It's like fake Jordans. Have you everybody? I mean, how you gonna tell if you don't? I mean, you tell them to take it off and let me smell it. You know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck? But no, man, it's crazy that this fucking technology is insane now.
Yeah.
Like the fact that everything is so on demand.
A couple of years ago, a company sent me a pair of glasses that were for Snapchat, but they had the cameras on the side, and I could press it to make snaps.
Oh,
but,
shit.
But now, like I said, but Ray-Bans is another gangster. They're acting like they're the new ones that came out with that. I had a pair in Southside. I have my own glasses on in a scene. They're a pair of Bose and they're Bluetooth. They didn't have the cameras, but they were Bluetooth. I could listen to my music and talk to people. And now Ray-Ban's acting like
they just did it.
Like they did it. I'm like, I had both of that like years ago.
Nah, man. I don't know. Technology blows my mind right now compared to like I love that I grew up in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because I remember this shit and it's so fucking awesome that I can experience both. You know,
remember when Apple had the see-through colorful?
Oh, the Mac, the original Mac,
the computer.
Yeah, but it was see-through. It was see-through. It was like that one. It was like kind of shaped like this or whatever, and it had a handle. Was that the one that had the handle?
Might have
at the top.
Yeah, at the top or whatever. Yeah, I remember those. Those were cool, man. I mean, we lived through a time of crazy. Oh, you know what's funny? I saw somebody post a picture of an old like Windows pop-up box for like transferring a file, and it said 93 days for the. and I think in the line it said, "Today's kids will never know the struggle."
Hey, never know the struggle. Hey, get off the phone! I'm getting on the internet.
Oh my! Or the horrid sound that it made.
What? bro.
Bro, no, hell no, bro. These kids don't know how good
They don't
got
know.
it.
My daughter one time, I remember my daughter was like, "Daddy, do you want to play freeze tag?" That warmed my heart.
That was a fun game.
I was like,
Hell yeah.
how does she know about freeze tag? And I said, yeah, I'll play with you. And she pulled out her iPad.
Was it a game on
It was
the
an app
Oh, God.
called freeze tag.
Oh, my God.
Do you know how disappointed I was?
Oh, my
Would've
God.
broke that thing on my knee.
Oh, man. That's bad. You know what
No.
what I said at work the other day that in my head it made sense. Like, what's the difference between, our older generation and the newer generation? I say one of the things is we learned things, right? They were influenced. They influenced things. That makes sense. They didn't learn it. They were influenced into these things. Can we
I
argue?
understand that.
Can we
I
argue that
understand
that's the
that.
same thing? Yes and no. So, like, when I was growing up, I learned the hard way that falling on my face hurt. Today's kids Googled a YouTube video about what it feels like to fall on your face.
They said, not me.
No, and I totally and you know what I said? When I was introduced to the meta, when I first started seeing it come around and stuff, I said, in about 10 years, you're going to have people who are going to be super smart, but like will probably crumble if you touch them.
And look where we're at.
Because,
Basically that.
Think about that. I was like, if you sit here and you're making this reality and you never go outside, you never do not, like you're not doing anything physically. You just
there was a movie like that with the guy who's breaking down, Bruce Willis. Didn't he have a movie like that where they're just in like robotic cocoons?
They call it the
they're-
Matrix.
I was gonna say
They call it the Matrix.
I was gonna say,
That's Keanu Reeves.
No.
Oh.
but he's not
No.
talking about that. I was with you. I was with you.
I like
No,
it.
but this is more like they're like in a I don't know, like a video game type.
Ready
setting.
Player One?
No,
That was good.
it's a Bruce Willis movie,
Yeah, that
and
was
they're just like I don't know what he plays, but it's
I feel like
just
Bruce
like
Willis
that.
always
They're-
plays like the guy that's saving
Somebody.
family,
Yeah.
somebody's family. Like they hire him.
I don't think he's ever been a villain. Has he ever been a heel in a film?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he's ever.
That's
No?
not his thing. But
He should switch it up.
Well, he can't do anything now.
it's like they're
Bruce
playing
Willis,
a character.
Bruce Willis
in
is
the-
basically
yeah,
almost handicapped
he's-
now. He's basically handicapped.
What
Is he
happened?
dying?
He has,
No, he has a disease
dementia.
where he can't talk.
He has dementia.
No, not that. I don't think it's dementia. He has something that where he can't talk
Yeah.
anymore.
That's not good.
He can't speak. He can't communicate anymore.
That's why he did a bunch of movies because he,
Like at
he
the end.
knew. Yeah,
He was doing
getting
anything and
kinda
every
messed
little.
up.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
doing anything and everything, even if it was like a one-line thing, just to get money because he basically they told him your career's over with. But great actor though.
Great actor.
Great actor. So we totally skipped on what projects you got coming down the line.
Yeah, man. That kind of. Like, I got a question for you now
Go
as
ahead,
far
go
as the actor. But no, I just finished filming this horror film. It's called Tobias. Me and my manager produced it together. I play the lead. It's a psycho thriller. It's man. I literally have been decompressing since Sunday.
Sure.
So that was good. Like literally, like I was far out. I was
You went
out
Heath
there.
Ledger on that shit.
I went, man.
Right on.
I want to see it. I'm like, I want to see this now. I said, I want to see it. That's what I've been doing. And then honestly, with the strike, I'm just at home waiting for the last 2 episodes of Power. We skipped a week.
Do you do anything else besides act? Like, do you write? Do you?
I'm doing music right now.
Okay,
There
I
you
did.
go.
I did see some of that. Some of that stuff. on your
I'm
profile.
getting into the writing. I'm still coming over that confidence of me just stop being lazy. It's just literally it's my confidence is to stop being lazy.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a while now, and I said I took 2 breaks. And then I decided to stop, and then I'm still here. So it's like, okay, like at 30, I made up in my mind, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm kind of just enjoying it now, So I'm getting back in, just getting everything preparing to be prepared, I say.
Is there anything you want to do outside of acting? Like, do you want to be behind the camera? Do you want to direct? Is that something that's in your brain?
But that's all sounds like acting to me. I want to do all that. Anything that I
fair
want to be
enough.
on set. Like
Fair
I want to
enough.
be on set. Like I said, right now I'm starting to teach myself how to play the piano, and then also too, I want to start tap dancing. Just ironically, yeah.
That's a talent that you would have that a lot of people don't.
Yeah. So
There you go.
I honestly, it's crazy. I sit back and I study the world, and I see who hasn't had a biopic yet. And then I start, and I've been like practicing those people. Like, yeah. I'm like,
This is a famous tap dancer that
I mean,
needs a movie.
yeah. Like I'm literally, I was like, I just sit back at home and I go, does Sidney Poitier have a biopic? And you know,
Oh, he should.
you see what I'm saying?
It's like that idea I had with Jeanette Lee.
Pool player.
With Jeanette Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm like, why doesn't she have a movie yet?
So yeah, I just do that. I'm like, I'm trying to be ahead of the curve. Like, here's the thing. Funny thing is, I had an audition to be Mike Tyson
In the show?
for the Hulu show,
Really?
and
I can kind of see it.
I can't. However, like, you know, after
Did you see the people who they picked for Mike Tyson?
I worked with the makeup artist who
So-
they showed me the picture of the guy and stuff.
Some of them, because I saw it with my girl, and she was saying the same thing. She was like, man, some of them, because they had him like when he was a real little kid, kind of a teenager, all the way up to like he's already retired out of boxing.
Yeah.
And the last guy, I want to say the guy who he starts off the show, he's doing like a speech at some school or
I
something.
did that speech.
You did that
That's
speech?
The audition, 8
I'm
pages.
like, that guy didn't necessarily look like him. He kind of sounded like him, but I don't think he looked like Mike Tyson. Like Mike Tyson got a very fucking unique look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you me as Mike Tyson when I like, you know, I really go in like. And here's the thing, they begged me, I would say, because they asked numerous of times. I missed the self tape, the deadline, and they came back 2 weeks later and asked me to do
They
it.
extended it just for you.
But I was like, I was talking to my manager, like, we know I'm not gonna get it. Like, I was like, look at me. Like, I was smaller than this at the time.
Okay, I can see. Okay, then I see.
I was
I
like,
see the
I'm-
problem. I see the problem.
However, I think it was a universal thing because that's what, never have I ever tried to imitate Mike Tyson. I'm going to find the audition tape, but I'm going to post it because, like, you have to see this. My friend was there. He literally was scared. He was like, I'd rather direct. He was like, I'll just write and direct. He was like, if you got to do that as an actor, like, I 4 hours, I went on YouTube and I just got influenced and I became Mike Tyson. And after going there, after finishing the audition, I cried for like 10 minutes for no reason.
You're very in touch with your.
Yeah, I just cried and I told him, I was like, bro, you see, this is what I'm telling you, I could do this. Like, I really went dark. I'm talking about like all of the rants and the things he was saying. Like, I was saying that around like before we even started filming, I was like, you know, I'll eat your kids. And like, I'm saying, like, you know, I'll fuck you till you love me. And I'm saying all this stuff. And like, I'm an empath, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like absorbing all of this dark energy. And I promise, I feel like that was the start of my psychotic break.
If you can
Tyson
fucking find
would
that.
cry. Tyson would cry after.
If you fucking find that audition, bro, let me see. that.
I'm definitely, I'm telling you, I'm not hyping it up. You know, I was watching him in an interview and he says, I try to be nice. And that just hit different for me at the time when I'm like, do you know if a man like that is saying that he tries to be nice, you have to accept whatever he's given.
I accept whatever he fucking.
You know?
I accept anything that motherfucker's giving. What are you talking? I'm trying to get hit by Mike Tyson.
Man.
The fuck?
That would be a good story to tell, though.
Man, it's like, I have a funny story about Mike Tyson. Now, here's the thing. Now, like, and this is for people. There's a joke. You ever heard the joke where like someone was like, I think it's Freddie Gibbs who like was into it with somebody or somebody. And he's like, man, I'm from Gary. He was like, and someone was like, so is Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, let me-
Like really, what's that mean? I mean, Michael Jackson from there. Come on, man.
However, like, so I did something on YouTube where during COVID, me and Danny Froze, he was a rapper, actor, now he's a producer. He's actually, you know, writing a few things with a few, you know, big names. However, we did what they did for Bel Air. So you remember you seen that they made this little trailer for Bel Air. It was like Will Smith's drama series. And now look, we have it on Peacock. So when we heard about it getting ready to air, we was like, man, we should do something like that. So we redid we made an origin story for Jerome from Martin, and I played Jerome. Well, we got Runtail that his attention. We start having meetings with Martin's people, and so out in L.A., Martin's best friend, it was telling me a story, and I was like, wow, it was hilarious about Mike Tyson. So it's about and I think Mike Tyson told this story. So Michael Jackson invites Mike Tyson out, right? And after he invites him out, he doesn't say anything to him or pay him no attention. He invites him out to an event. And Mike Tyson telling everybody, I thought you said Michael invited me. And it was like, he did. He was like, he didn't say anything to me. So then Michael Jackson invites him out again, a second time. And this time he walks up to him and say, hey, how you doing? You look familiar. He said,
talk about a power move.
Wait, so
that's what I'm saying.
Wait, so Michael Jackson asked Mike Tyson, who the fuck are you?
Yes.
Holy, bro,
Mike Tyson got so mad. He says, I'm the heavyweight champion. And Michael, he said, hey, how you doing? Good, nice to meet you. You look familiar.
Holy shit.
Who are you? And then the third time, there's a third time, he invites him over to his house just to tell him he was joking the first two times.
Hey, maybe those Gary people are.
Listen. I'm gonna give you a modern example of something that really happened. Right. So, do you know who? He's a Spanish artist. His name is J Balvin. He's a Spanish artist.
I'm not familiar. I'm gonna get familiar.
If
I barely know who.
Well, but would you say he's a popular?
No, yeah, he's
okay.
No, he's
a very rich guy. Whatever. So Michael Jordan, right? Who is Michael Jordan, right? He likes to race motorcycles. He has a racing team, right? So he's at a race, and the video picks up, and you see J Balvin. He's walking towards Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's got a security detail, right? The security detail stops that motherfucker on a dime. Like, you don't know, bro. You can't. No. That's to the point where Michael Jordan had to tell him, I know him. Right? But that's it's crazy to see that people there's levels to shit,
man.
Right? Because Michael Jordan is beyond J Balvin, Bad Bunny, any rapper that we probably know. Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah. It's like what you're saying. Like, Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson. Mike Tyson was popular, but he ain't Michael Jackson.
He ain't making people faint.
You know what I'm saying?
He knocking them out.
Bro, Michael
Jackson was knocking people out with his presence.
That's insanity. Like, have you ever seen that? I think Michael Jackson's best performance I ever saw, like show-wise, that I saw on like TV or whatever, was his like 40th or 50th birthday in Madison Square Garden. Very amazing.
Was that with all silver?
But that was the one with his brothers. So he had the whole like everybody was there. Usher was there. Usher sang.
I remember that. Bro,
and then his brothers sang, and then he had a solo by himself. I think it was around the time where Rock My World or whatever came out, that song.
Yeah.
Dude, all those famous people that performed on that stage, none of them are Michael Jackson.
None of them.
That's insanity. And how much money crossed that stage? And none of them are Michael Jackson.
That's crazy. And and just to put it out there now, like if the world allows me to reach a certain level, I already know. I know personally that I'm going to seem that way. One, because I studied Michael Jackson as a kid, but two, because, bro, if you ask me what's my favorite food, it's white rice. If you ask me what I like to do, it's sit at home. Like even now, I got invited, to go to the 50 Cent concert when they came. And, all the cast walked on stage. I sat at home. It wasn't that I didn't want to go. It was just like, I really don't have a lot of desires to do a lot.
Not your thing.
Yeah.
It's not your thing. That's fair.
But to them, it's not going to seem like that. It's going to, and I'm watching that. I'm literally making myself mysterious just because I want to be myself.
But there's a lot of people like that. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, you have your celebrities that are always in the light, right? You got your Ben Affleck, your Jennifer Lopez, the one that she can't stay out the fucking light. Britney Spears right now can't get out the fucking light to save her life.
Jada wants the light.
Yeah, she wants the light. But then you have people again. I'm gonna reference him because he's a great actor. But like, when was the last time you saw Gary Oldman on anything outside of acting? You don't see him getting in trouble. He fucking, where is he? He's probably in Britain somewhere having a spot of tea. You know what I'm saying?
Spot of tea.
With some biscuits or whatever. But there's some people that are like that. But again, to me, those people are the ones that are like amazing when you see them because you don't know them. You know, they're just this character to you.
Yeah.
You know? And then after then, when you hear them speak and shit, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I got to say something. You know who Bad Bunny is, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry that you have to know who Bad Bunny is.
What's wrong with that?
Dude, he was an embarrassment on Saturday Night Live. I'm
What do you
sorry.
mean?
That was embarrassing.
I got to go back and watch it.
Oh,
He was kind of funny.
Oh my god.
That Shrek thing was kind of funny.
Oh no, bro!
No?
He's still wearing the same suit in everything that he's puts out right now. Like,
That's
so he could take it off, bro. It's not that serious. Like, relax. But like, he's an actor. He wants to be an actor, right?
Mhm.
And bro, you ever see? There's a Gary Oldman thing. He was on Jimmy Kimmel. Is it Jimmy Kimmel?
Kimmel.
Whatever. Sure, that
Kimmel.
show. He was on that
Kimmel.
show. And he did a thing about Shaq, right? Because he's like, if there's one thing we know about Shaq is that he's not a very good actor. He tries to be an actor. He's not a very good actor or whatever.
He's a good rapper.
He's sure. So then the whole skit
Surprisingly.
starts. So the skit goes and he says, "Oh, finally there's somebody who's doing something about it or whatever." And then Gary Oldman comes out. He's on a basketball court and he starts talking about like, you know, like a basketball player spends countless hours practicing basketball to, you know, whatever. Him, Gary Oldman, he wouldn't use his popularity to join an NBA team. So he's basically saying like he would appreciate it if professional basketball players would stay the fuck out of movies. And I'm like, bro, Bad Bunny needs that message. I'm going to tag him in that video because fucking Bad Bunny needs to stay in his lane. He's
Well-
terrible.
Well, let's segue to Drake.
Hey, Drake
Where did he start? Where did he start? He was
Degrassi.
on Degrassi first, right?
He was
And
great.
I believe that his acting skills transferred beautifully into music.
I think some people have that skill. Jamie Foxx was a singer first.
He wanted to be a singer. He was like, make us laugh.
Tyrese sang.
Right.
Tyrese sang first. I mean, not. I know he was a comedian. It was they did
Commercials.
something. Yeah.
Coca, he was what Pepsi. He was
Sure.
like the Pepsi.
But they can do both. There are people that can do both.
He's starting to look a little weird too.
Who?
He's not aging well.
Tyrese,
Not in physical. In wanting
I
the
think,
light.
I think Tyrese is going through some shit. Right
and
now.
wanting the light. Like he was. I just saw like he was shaving like his girlfriend on camera, like on live.
Shaving what?
Shaving her head. Oh, shaving. Oh, okay.
her
okay.
mustache.
Okay.
And however, they did a live, like they're broken up now because they did a live and he's like talking, he's like, yeah, so you know what I'm saying, I slid in a DM. I guess somebody asked, you know, how'd they meet? He said I slid in a DM and she's like, yeah, I really didn't like you. Like I was really wanting to be with Paul Walker.
But I heard I read an article that both of them smashed they both got who's the girl in Too Fast Too Furious? Eva
I could believe
Mendes? Eva Mendes? Oh
Both
no,
of them?
not Eva Mendes.
No.
They got her her standing. So Eva Mendes is standing.
Standing.
They both smashed them.
I could believe that.
At the
I
same
mean,
time?
that would be a very attractive
Yeah,
standing.
yeah.
I mean, Eva Mendes pretty hot.
I don't know now. I don't know because I've had some white stand-ins. I'm like,
Get the fuck out of here!
I was like-
Seriously?
I was like, I had a girl stand-in one time. I was like, I definitely gotta, you know, I was like, I gotta keep working. I was like,
Oh, my
stand-in.
God.
I think Chicago PD was the first time I had somebody that looked like me. I took a picture. I was like, my stand-ins would be weird. And then it's like they do all this with the stand-in, and I come out, and then they're like, gotta fix the lights and stuff.
What the
like,
fuck were you doing the whole time?
the whole time it's like you standing in for me.
Yeah.
The light is not gonna be right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's even, you know which one was weird? I had a stand-in who was actually a friend of mine, and I didn't know because I didn't see him. And he's like, bro, do you know I was your stand-in? I'm like, really? I'm like, I mean, I know I was in my trailer for like 3 hours, but I didn't know who the fuck it was. They told me to go back to my trailer. That was kind of interesting feeling. But where can people reach out to you, bro? If you want to be, if you don't want, that's fine.
Oh, all social media, same place you reach me. It's Edward Williams III across all platforms. You know, you can follow me as I go to the top.
Right on.
It's Edward Williams III.
You have a
Three eyes at
website the
end.
whole night. You have a website and everything.
I
or is-
took it down.
Took it down?
I'm preparing to be prepared. It's just social media right now. Actually, Instagram has made me an influencer. So I am a traveling host now. So I do have a survey, and I will give it to you guys to take.
Right on.
It's a little, if I can take 2 minutes out of your life to see where you want to go in the world. so that I know how to entice you. That's what it boils down to.
Fair enough,
It's a survey to see where would you like to go, so they can, I can then be like, hey, when you say Puerto Rico, I'm popping up on your screen like Puerto Rico.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm here. I'm enjoying the time. I engage.
Cool.
I engage.
Cool.
I'm not getting married again, but I will engage.
That's
Are
probably.
you sure about that? 33. That's kind of young.
He's gone through how many?
2.
I think I'd hang it up too. I don't think.
Yeah,
What's the point?
No, here's the
How
thing.
about you have one
Yeah,
first?
But here's the thing.
Wait, this isn't about me, bro. This isn't about me.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's not even the fact of, I'm just saying legally in America, I'm not signing any more contracts that don't benefit me, because
Fair enough.
I
I
did
can
my
see.
research,
Yeah.
and they say, millionaires, the one bad characteristic that all of them say they have in common is judgment of character. I have made up in my mind, I do not know how to pick them. I'm not saying I haven't had any good women. I just said when it comes down to like,
Found the right man.
I'm never gonna pick the right one.
No.
You know what? I agree with you. I think marriage. Here's the thing about marriage, and we'll end this podcast with this. Marriage to me, I can have the same relationship with someone without that paper.
Well, here's the thing. Stick with me for 7 years and you can use my last name. We're married. Common law. So
That
any
is
girl
true.
start barking
Yeah.
about me, I'd be like, babe, we got like
Look, here's the
6
bad
more
part.
years and 11 more months.
Here's the bad part, and I know you don't, when you go into a relationship, you don't want to look at the negatives and be like, well, this girl could do this, blah 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 blah. I get it, right? You're supposed to look at it as in a positive, but shit happens, right? And when shit happens, I don't want to lose out half my shit.
That's all I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, why even
Leave
get to
with what
that?
you came.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
That'd
yeah.
be weird because I'd be sitting here with your ex instead of you.
He's gonna get
That'd
out.
be very
He's
odd.
gonna own these 2 microphones,
Yeah.
this camera.
Can I say something? There was a
Yeah.
moment in life that was the beautifulest moment on wrestling TV, I in my opinion.
You're a wrestling fan?
Yes, I used to be.
Oh,
I
we
used
could've
to be.
talked about that. We could talk about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I used to be a wrestling fan. When Triple H divorced
Stephanie McMahon.
and he cut the car in half.
Oh, I feel like I
He
remember
cut
that.
the red Corvette. He says,
I
"You said
don't
you will have
remember.
everything."
You want half? There you go. Here's half, bitch.
He
Dude,
cut the car in half.
fucking wrestling. When was the last time you watched wrestling?
Man, I haven't watched wrestling since Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Those were good times.
Those were good times.
The
man.
best.
That's what.
times.
See,
The best
these
times.
kids don't know.
They don't know.
These kids don't know. Listen, this is when I don't like to take. I have a young guy at work, and I respect him, but sometimes I'm like, dude. When we talk about basketball, he'd be like, "Oh, LeBron's better than Mike." I'm like, "You're fucking nuts."
Yeah.
Then that's you saying that to me is like you saying John Cena is the greatest wrestler who ever lived. Like, are you fucking out of your mind?
They
Yes,
don't.
I understand he was the most popular wrestler when
he came in.
you were there.
Yeah, I think
But
that's
doesn't
when I
make
start leaving. That's when I start fading away. Like John Cena, you had Rey Mysterio, and
But Rey Mysterio's old too. He just refuses to fucking retire. That motherfucker. Have you ever seen? Did you watch WCW by chance?
yes,
Okay, so there's this clip where they grabbed, so the NWO was kind of the big thing, and they were
Right.
just causing havoc or whatever. Dude, they grab Rey Mysterio. 'Cause he's small, right? Kevin Nash grabs Rey Mysterio and he throws him headfirst into a fucking trailer like a lawn
Yeah,
dart.
I've seen
Like a lawn dart, just pa!
Should be too
Dude,
hard.
he hit it hard. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's dead.
who's your favorite?
Wrestler all time?
Yeah,
Ugh, man, I got that's hard.
top 5.
Top 5, easy. Macho Man Randy Savage,
Mm-hmm.
Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Come on,
The Rock,
look, The Rock or Rocky Maivia?
The Rock.
Remember when he-
Rocky
Rocky
Maivia,
Maivia.
nah, bro. He was a fucking blue face, baby face. Nah, hell no. He was lame as hell. I'm gonna try my hardest. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the hell out of here.
Your boy.
Wait, so I said, what did I say?
You say Macho?
Macho,
Random?
Stone Cold, The Rock. I like CM Punk. Don't kill me for that.
Oh.
I like CM Punk at the time. And I would say, holy crap,
I got one. Don't
Bret
kill
Hart.
me for.
Bret Hart.
Okay, I got Shawn Michaels.
Great.
Well, Stone Cold first.
Sure.
Shawn Michaels.
Great.
Mankind.
Great.
don't kill me for this one, but Scotty Too Hottie.
Oh my God! Of all of them, really?
Well, you dressed
Scotty
like
Too-
him.
Why would you? Why Scotty Too
Because he
Hottie?
did the word.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! There's a new guy who does that shit now.
Hey, what who was that was that with it's ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
the road dog Jesse James.
Yeah.
Dude,
The road dog Jesse James.
the badass Billy
Billy
Gunn,
Gunn.
the new age out there, bro. That was, man. See, that's the difference between wrestling then and now. Like, I don't really watch too much wrestling, but I if I get a chance to watch like AEW, I'll watch AEW. AEW reminds me of WCW.
Okay.
Now it's too. The fact that we know it's fake, right? It got exposed more than it was
We
before.
knew it was fake.
Right, but it wasn't as exposed.
Yeah.
Let's put it like that. We didn't know that everybody was boys behind the stage. You know what I'm saying? Now it's all like so like realistic that it doesn't work. Back then it was all catchphrases and this and The Rock says this and hello
What?
ladies and all this
Malvinus.
bullshit, bro. There was so much shit or gold dust. Bro, that would have never flown. That would have never flown. That would not be allowed today, boy.
There's a lot of things.
Dude, my coworker, check this out. My coworker is he's a Mexican guy who does I don't know how you would say taquizas in Spanish. He cooks for like parties, like he cooks tacos and shit for parties, right, on Flat Top.
He's like a caterer.
Like caterer, right?
Yeah.
Mexican caterer. So he does a catering job for this woman who's like older, but she's voluptuous as hell, right? And he's showing me her, and he puts a picture, and I'm like, I think that was one of the Godfather's hoes, and it was.
What?
It was one of the hoes. She was. She was a hoe. She was a hoe. She was one of the girls that they brought in to be part of the hoe train.
I thought they were all different all the time.
Some of them came in more often than the others, but yes, they were.
Who are your
did-
five
one of
though?
her
Because we
regular-
left out two
Oh.
that need to be said.
I got excited about
was-
the whole trip. Sorry.
Pretty much who you guys said. The only thing I would add is Ric Flair. And
I just didn't like his persona. Of course, he's great. We all
No,
get it. He's a legend.
like
We got it.
his
We got it.
persona.
I didn't like his whole thing.
oh, it was beautiful.
We left out two major.
Who
I'd
was your
say
last one?
for a tag team, I'd say Legion of Doom. I
Tag
had, like,
team?
a big,
I didn't say a
yeah.
tag team. Hold on. What's my favorite tag team? I like the Dudleys.
Undertaker and Kane.
I like the Dudleys.
Undertaker, yeah. Kane.
Oh, we didn't mention
We
that.
didn't.
You're
I
right.
said those two. We gotta mention.
I would say more Undertaker than Kane, but
Then
Together with
nobody
Paul
said the
Bear.
Hulk Hogan.
oh my god, dude, that shit that's when wrestling was at its peak.
Man.
Yeah.
Like you can watch any episode of those.
Any.
Even the fucking intro musics were fucking amazing.
Kurt
Like,
Angle. Kurt Angle. Jesus.
yeah,
He was the
He was
number one
alright.
in
He was
is the
alright.
one.
He was serious, comedy. He was everything.
Yeah.
He was there. His
Yeah.
milk thing was a little too much for me when he started
Oh, it
drinking
was
the
great.
milk, whatever.
Knock it off.
Nah, man. We could talk.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, do you want to come back?
Absolutely.
We'll get you back down here. We'll talk a whole fucking 2 hours of fucking professional wrestling. Fuck it.
I'm gonna do my homework. Look, we gotta do some homework. We out off camera. We're gonna talk about some movies, and we're gonna come back in.
Absolutely. Did you have a good time?
Man, amazing.
All right, man. And you're gonna come back sometime.
I'm gonna come back.
All right, right on. John, you got any?
Sure.
You got
This
anything?
kid-
You got
this kid's
anything
going
left?
places. I like his
His spunk.
his-
He's got good spunk. I like it.
spunk is a word for something. I
sorry.
don't think you should say that.
See, okay,
Is it?
his
I
energy.
accepted it. I
His
accepted it.
energy.
Yeah, that's what they call me.
There you go.
Free energy.
Positivity.
My
It's
grit.
positive.
My grit.
There you go. That works.
You grit. Yeah.
John, you got anything else?
No,
Last words?
no.
Final words? You good?
All right.
You sure?
Yeah.
Positive?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. You got anything else you want to say before we sign out?
Have a good day on purpose.
All right. Right on. And that's going to be our show for tonight. Like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, everything we said is in our opinion. And if you don't agree with it, I'm sorry.